Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, then welcome. Thank you for stopping by and tuning in. My name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. This morning, I received a strong download for a very specific group of people within this collective. So this video is not intended for everyone. This is intended for the group of souls that this will resonate with, and very likely you were drawn to this video because something about the words on the thumbnail image or in the title triggered a remembrance in you of something that your soul is aware of is in this video that will connect with you in a deep and personal way. As I always say, however, it's really your intuition that is the guiding compass of your life. So I always recommend listening to your intuition above all else. And I am just here to assist you in more consciously accessing that intuitive voice within yourself. So the download I received, which will most likely be the title of this video, is "The universe has been opening your psychic gifts lately, but it comes at a cost, or it comes at a price." Now, this price is not something monetary. It's not something material. It's a shift. So we're going to get into this. I don't want to give away too much of the reading in advance. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle as well so we can support and confirm the messages and elaborate upon them as they come through with a few tarot cards and energy oracle cards. But first, if you are new to the channel, then I do recommend subscribing, as this is a form of virtual energetic transference that does tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so for whoever this download is for, you've noticed yourself becoming more psychic. Now, when we talk about psychic gifts or abilities, we are talking about being able to more easily, consciously, and in a fluid manner interpret energies that you are receiving. Everyone on the planet is psychic to some degree. It's just that most people are incredibly closed off to being able to consciously interpret the energy that they are receiving, which means they aren't able to consciously access the majority of their psychic gifts and abilities. I would say everyone, though, has an experience from time to time where they dream about something and then it happens, or they think about someone and then they receive a text from this person. We all have this ability to be psychic. It's just that many people only allow through those psychic pieces of information on a very rare and occasional instance. You are someone, however, who has become very open to receiving energy and interpreting it, which is rendering you incredibly psychic. And I almost feel as though the universe itself has been automatically opening up your energetic field so that you are able to amplify your psychic gifts and abilities. So in the past, I feel that there was a period of time where you had energetic walls of protection placed around you so that you were less psychic during those times, meaning you weren't able to pick up and interpret energies externally as easily. But the flip side of this was you were also protected from external influences as you were going through a very essential and important spiritual awakening, a kind of metamorphosis process. Just like a caterpillar will metamorphosize itself in the protective shell of a cocoon, you were being spiritually metamorphosized and transformed in this sort of invisible, energetic, protective shell. So now everything is beginning to completely shift for you. So one way you will know this video is for you, I'm hearing, first of all, you might be receiving signs, especially in the form of butterflies or feathers that you come across very frequently that have a significance to you. You also might be seeing a lot of number synchronicities, but specifically, for some reason, I'm getting the number 333 might be coming up for you quite a lot. Another potential sign, and maybe really the strongest sign that this message is for you, is that you've noticed that you have this newfound claircognizance that you didn't have in the past. Claircognizance, of course, meaning clear insight, clear knowing, where you suddenly seem to receive a download or a piece of information from the ether that then correlates to a concrete piece of information that you receive in the 3D later on. So, for example, you might think, oh, I should bring a certain object to this event that I'm going to, or this place I'm going to, and then strangely, that object or that thing becomes useful or necessary. Or you might think, oh, I should call this person. And then when they answer the phone, they say, it's so crazy you called me because I was just thinking about you, or I wanted to talk to you. So if this message is for you, you've been noticing these small moments of claircognizance being confirmed to you, these moments where something that suddenly pops into your mind or that you think of doing or saying ends up correlating to a physical 3D concrete reality where you had some kind of insight that served you or that caused your life or your connections or your relationships to flow more smoothly. Okay, so now that we've discussed a little bit of how you can know that this video is for you, I'm going to be pulling some cards to channel some messages from your spirit guides, your higher self, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. So what does the person who is having these psychic gifts activated need to know at this time? So we have the card Break the Chain. So one major reason that these psychic gifts are surfacing in a stronger way or being activated is for the purpose of healing ancestral wounds. So you are the healer designated in your family's line, meaning you chose as a soul to specifically incarnate into your physical family and circumstances for the purpose of breaking some kind of chain. And this is part of the reason that you've been gifted with amplified psychic gifts and abilities, because there is a pattern or maybe multiple patterns in your family's line that you are meant to be healing and crumbling, with the card, the crumbling, breaking down. And this amplification of your psychic gifts is assisting you in clearing out these old patterns. There's also just some kind of call that you are answering here with the cards Answer the Call and Warrior Woman. So you're being asked to step up in some kind of a way, whether this is stepping up in a leadership position, stepping up in some kind of space, channeling these psychic gifts into something creative. I feel that you are meant to be standing up for, protecting, or defending something, and your psychic gifts are playing a role in your ability to do this. So, for example, if you are helping to protect or defend a specific person or group of people, Your psychic gifts are helping you to better understand the psyche of everyone involved so that you can navigate those interactions and relationships and connections more smoothly. But I have to say, for many of you, I'm getting that what you are protecting is something within yourself. So I'm hearing protecting your inner child. So maybe your inner child had certain dreams or things that they enjoyed or wanted to do in life that somehow correlate to these psychic gifts, even if it's an indirect correlation. And you are meant to be protecting and safeguarding the dreams of your own inner child by utilizing these amplified psychic abilities to create or to move or play in the directions that your inner child wanted to go, but may have been restricted from going. And so in that sense, you are also healing that inner child in the process here, which does feed back into breaking those ancestral chains. I'm very curious to know what it is that you are protecting or defending. I'm hearing that there might be people who misunderstand your psychic abilities, who doubt your gifts, your talents. Now, my guides want me to delve a little bit into, when I say psychic gifts, again, I'm talking about your ability to clearly translate and interpret energy, but this can go both directions. So you can receive insights, downloads, creative inspiration through these psychic abilities, but you can also create from your ability to translate energy into something constructive or physical. It goes both ways. So for someone, there might be a part of the equation here where you've been receiving a lot of information that you've been feeling, sensing. Maybe you've written some of it down. Maybe you've been processing it. And your guides might be coming in to say, it's time to take that information you've been psychically receiving and channel it into something constructive or creative or some kind of project or endeavor in the physical world that you feel inspired to. So for example, this could be the creation of music or art where you are channeling energy and translating it into that music, those songs, those pieces of writing, that artwork, whatever it is for you. This also could be channeling it into a certain conversation or interaction that you have, or certain ways that you operate in the workplace, whatever this is for you personally. Now we have a 10 of Cups in the reverse position. So I have to say that very specifically, I'm picking up on the energy of a caretaker or someone who is a social worker, a teacher, a caretaker, helping those who might be underprivileged or going through challenges in life. So this is going to get hyper specific, but for someone listening here, you may be in a capacity or a role in the physical world where you've been called to be a voice for the voiceless, so to speak, to help those who are in very challenging life circumstances. Specifically, I keep hearing something about dysfunctional home situations or broken homes. Maybe you're working with children from broken homes or something to that effect. Again, I know that's very specific, but I feel that for someone, this is how you are answering the call, and your psychic abilities are helping you to empathize more deeply with those that you are assisting so that you can give them a voice, because you do so deeply understand them on this psychic level in a way that other people do not. This also can help you, I'm hearing, understand the mind of the enemy. I'm not sure why I'm hearing it worded in that way, but maybe there are people involved in these situations who are narcissist or trying to manipulate something here, or trying to take from these individuals that you are helping, and being able to see right through them psychically is actually helping you to be more beneficial to those that you are assisting. I know that's very, very specific. That will not be for everyone, so only take what's connecting here. But I also want to dive into this concept of there being a price, because that came through very strongly, that these amplified psychic abilities are coming at a cost. And I heard drain. So at times, because you are becoming increasingly psychic, you might feel more energetically drained than usual, especially after expressing or utilizing these psychic gifts more actively. So you might notice that you have to structure your life in different ways, or you have to sleep more or rest more, because especially when you are actively utilizing these psychic gifts, it's almost like you might get this burst of energy followed by a downtime period where you have to rest and recharge that psychic energy. For some reason, I'm seeing a crystal that's charging, but it's almost like you are the crystal, like you are this entity that's capable of absorbing but also exuding this very powerful, healing, uplifting energy, but you also need that time to refresh and recharge yourself. I'm getting that another price here is at times you will be deeply misunderstood by others. So others may have the tendency to judge the way that you operate, the way that you live your life, the way that you need so much time to yourself, or that you get so drained by certain people, environments, or situations. But know that even those who judge you or misunderstand you are going to be astonished by the successes that they are going to see you experiencing with the Wheel of Fortune card. For many of you, you might already be seeing these successes coming into your life, but if not, know that this is coming for you as you continue to, I'm hearing, allow the universe to work through you, allow your psychic gifts to continue to open. I'm getting that there can be a temptation here sometimes to dilute yourself, or to I'm hearing to pretend not to know as much as you know. Interesting. So maybe there are people that you sense are a bit threatened by your level of wisdom, your level of insight into others, these gifts and abilities that you have. And there can be a natural human tendency and temptation to lower your own vibration in order to connect more fluidly with those who are consistently on a lower vibration. But you've been elevated spiritually to this role where you are meant to be the inspirer and the uplifter, the one holding the space from the higher level frequency, not the one dipping down into the lower plane for the purpose of more sustained physical 3D communication with others at that lower level. I'm getting that for a time, you may have been mixed up more with that kind of lower plane. When you were earlier on your soul's evolution journey, you actually may have been more assigned to that role of kind of going back and forth, dipping down, connecting with others who were in a low vibration, and then raising your frequency again. But your role has shifted. I keep getting the word light worker. So maybe you resonate with the idea of being a light worker as well. But essentially, your role has shifted. So you've been, in a sense, promoted spiritually, although there's really no higher or lower roles, but promoted in the sense that you are meant to be vibrating more consistently at a higher level rather than dipping down to connect with those who are at a lower level. But in holding that space, you are inspiring and uplifting so many people around you. It's just that you may also have these occasional interactions, or maybe they're more frequent interactions with individuals who feel threatened by your vibration, by your state of empowerment, because they haven't yet learned how to connect for themselves at that level. So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle here, but I'm getting the Queen of Swords as well. Know that the more your psychic gifts become activated, the more divinely protected you become. What this means is the more open your energy becomes, the more able you are to consciously hear and sense and interpret energies, the more difficult it is going to be to access you consistently in the 3D. So don't be surprised if recently, as these psychic gifts have been activated and amplified, you've noticed certain individuals falling out of your life, especially the more you seem to lean into these gifts. You might notice this correlation where certain people, things, or environments seem to naturally begin to fall out of your life. And I feel part of being this warrior here with the warrior energy is having the courage to defend your gift, to protect your gift, meaning not to dilute yourself, to continue connecting with those who can't connect with you at this new higher level, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be channeling a few more messages of guidance here, but first I want to share with you my own personal, most powerful and favorite tool for shifting energy and manifesting in my own life. And these are subliminals. Subliminals are audio meditation tracks that contain unconscious spoken affirmations. This means that while you are listening, your conscious mind might not be able to fully make out the words in the affirmations, but this means that they're able to bypass the conscious filter of your mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. And it's actually the subconscious that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So utilizing subliminals to shift what's happening in the subconscious mind is such a powerful way to really fast track your manifestations. And I've personally seen such profound results ever since I started meditating with subliminals a couple years ago. And I still meditate with them to clear my energy and raise my vibration every single day. Now I use the subliminals that I've created through my app, Sound and Soulful. So I am so passionate about sharing this app with all of you. And you can find it by searching Sound and Soulful in the App Store. You can also download it directly by clicking the link in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Specifically, if you are resonating with this reading, I would really recommend exploring my subliminals called 7 Chakra Energy Clearing, because this is really powerful for helping you to comprehensively clear and align your energy through each of the 7 chakra centers. I would also recommend my subliminal called Ultimate Alchemist Transformation, because this will really help you to start getting the energy moving in all areas of your life to start manifesting more of your dreams and goals. You can even add both of these to a custom private playlist once you make an account in the app. And of course, you can read all the affirmations while you are listening as well. So the link to download the Sound and Soulful Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling a Rumi Oracle card here just because I feel Rumi always has the most beautiful, uplifting, inspiring messages here. And I want a message specifically for the group that's been connecting deeply with this reading. So the card that came out for you is I surge on the uprising wave of love. And the guidebook says, I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel instead, feel the truth of her love and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. The guidebook also says, How terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, and its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing. But your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trusting surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it. What a wise intention this is. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. Wow, that feels like a really beautiful place to close the reading. So I hope something here resonated with you in a personal way. If so, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. If you do resonate with my energy, of course, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, and specifically, I posted on Instagram yesterday, and I wanted to bring up this post because I feel it will really connect with many of you who are listening to the reading. So I actually want to close this reading by sharing what I posted to my Instagram. And of course, you can follow me there if you feel guided to do so. But what I posted is, anything you lose as a result of connecting more with your own power isn't a loss, it's a realignment. When you shine brightly, you cast the shadow of others. You aren't here to dilute yourself or pretend to play small so someone else feels more comfortable in your presence. Divinity like yours is meant to be intimidating and deep and bold. So I wanted to close the reading on that note. I am wishing you all the most beautiful, magnificent, magical remainder of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next video.